we talked about something called mind frick. What's it called? Mind frick. What's it mean? Mind friction. Do you understand what the friction part means? It means you're attempting to do something, but your mind is giving you resistance. Yes? That's all that is. It's just resistance. But sometimes it seems like mind frick is all we can hear, and we ain't going very fast. Yes or no? Just a question of how high we turn the heat up. Yes or yes? So what do? What we do is we actually use some techniques, some strategies, some understandings that are called reframing strategies. Does that make sense? There's certain understandings, certain philosophies, and certain ways of dealing with your mind whereby you can overcome what's going on. So, what's the first one say? Thank you for sharing, cancel or pass. So the idea here is to acknowledge your thoughts, yes? Because it's like a little kid. If you don't, your little kid's tugging at your pants or your dress or something like that, you know, look at me, look at me, look at me. If you don't acknowledge them, they'll just keep doing that, yes or no? You're gonna have to say, I understand that you want something, hold on for just a minute, I'm just doing this, I'll be right back to you. Stay right there, yes? Okay, and that's what your mind is like. Thoughts are not right or wrong or good or bad. But as we've noticed, they can be supportive or they can be what? Non-supportive. What's the last one? Non-supportive. And we usually can't help the fact that a non-supportive or fear-based thought pops up into our mind. Yes? They just seem to pop up. Yes or no? Yes. But we can choose, listen closely, whether we entertain, what's the word? Entertain that thought, whether we focus on it, whether we believe it, whether we have a conversation with it. So, most people believe that their thoughts are important. Yes or yes? They think their thoughts are meaningful, logical, and intelligent. Here's my experience. Not usually. Most thoughts are what I call thought farts. Thought farts. They're just bad-smelling hot air that comes up from the top instead of the bottom. You think your bottom farts are all that important and meaningful? I think my acidophilus must be low. Have I been eating too many bananas? You sit there and focus and analyze every one of your farts? You have a conversation with it? No, it's just some hot air being released, yes or no? Same with your mind. Just some mental and emotional bubbles that are coming up. And you know what happens is most people, it's like they have this non-supportive thought come in, and then they feel like they've got to live into it, entertain it, be with it, embrace it. It's like having storm clouds, dark storm clouds, and the whole sky is clear except for this one cloud where it's pissing rain, and you've got to be chasing underneath it. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to give it that kind of credence. It's just a fart in your head. That's it. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to believe it. You can simply let it go by saying what? Thank you for, or cancel, or pass, and replace it with a more empowering thought. So here's the important thing, though. The longer, what's the word? The longer you invest or entertain or focus on these thought farts, the more energy you give them, the harder it is to release them. Yes or yes? How many have noticed that a thought usually starts over here, and it can be any kind of thought. And by the way, usually when your mind is activated, this is the secret that most people will not tell you. But because they say make your mind powerful. And yeah, you can make it powerful, but there's another part of that's not the mind we're talking about. That's not the medulla here. That's not the conditioned mind. You're not going to make your conditioned mind overly powerful, because your ego mind will get you in the end. It is very sly, very slick, very intelligent. It will take you down in the end. You say, I want positive thinking. Well, yeah, keep on doing that for a while. Just see how fast positive turns to negative. Yes or no? As soon as you start activating that part of you, it's going to end up taking you out in the end. You can have a normal thought. I talked about this where was I? I was in Orlando, that's right, doing an MMI, Million Mind Intensive. There was about 1,600 people or something like that at the convention center. I'm not huge on convention centers because they're big and facilities are far, hard to get food and all that stuff. At the same time, so I'm thinking originally, I'm on the plane and I'm having a nice thought. I'm going, yeah, I'm going to Orlando. It's going to be nice out. Maybe in the evening go to one of my favorite restaurants, Fulton's or something like that. And yeah, it's going to be good. I haven't been to Orlando in a while. This is great. I'm thinking that and going, yeah, we're going to Orlando. Going to be in the convention center and convention center. I don't know. And the bathrooms are so far. It's like I got to run at every break. Trying to get food there isn't that. Last time I was in Florida, I have a friend there. He used to be a friend, not even a friend anymore. What kind of friend was that? That guy, I should have never had him. You know what? When he actually, I am pissed off at that guy because a minute ago, I'm going to Florida, and here I am, I'm pissed off, Pretty soon I'm going, I got to tell that guy, I got to fuck right off. What? Can you relate at all? Raise your hand if you can relate to this. It's like, I was happy a minute ago. That's what your mind does. That's what it does. You cannot trust it to make you happy. You cannot trust it to empower you. There's another part, the higher self, by quieting the mind. Does that make any sense? All right. So don't get into the thinking process. What did he say over here? Where is our piece over here? He says, I have no strategy. I make unshadowed by thought my strategy. Unshadowed by thought. So the idea is to catch your non-supportive thoughts very quickly. Very what? And say, thank you for sharing, or cancel, or pass. So all of a sudden I'm going into that mode and I'm going, yeah, that guy wasn't a friend. And I go, hey, you got to notice it, yes? You got to notice it's not making me happy. I go, cancel, cancel, cancel. Okay, let's do something else. You got it? It's got to be a quick thing. The longer you entertain, the more energy, the harder it is to get out of it. How many of you noticed that? All right, please stand up for the declaration. So we're talking about mind trick here. So I am a warrior.
I am a warrior.
I say thank you for sharing, cancel, or pass.
I say thank you for sharing, cancel, or pass.
I'm a warrior.
I am a warrior.
I say thank you for sharing, cancel, or pass.
I say thank you for sharing, cancel, or pass.
I'm a warrior.
I am a warrior.
I say thank you for sharing, cancel, or pass.
I say thank you for sharing, cancel, or pass.
Ready? Aha! High five and say you are a warrior.